think one of the things that gets kind of disappointing on any TV production is you might say as well, are the little things. It's just bad form. If you're trying to be forever, like NBC, and you say something like, well, like one of the details wasn't it one of the maps was like, it was really off, right?
Yeah, you'll see one of the maps that says Cuesta Grande, California, which isn't that actual place. Cuesta, the region, is in this place called San Luis Obispo. And there's this hill going up to Cuesta Pass that they refer to as the grade, right? Yeah. But what's funny is in Spanish, the word cuesta means slope, as does the word grade. Another production fail was another map that they showed where they listed August 10th, 1969, 3301 Waverly Drive, right? La Bianca's house. But on the map, it shows a bullseye, and it shows the location of the gas station in which the La Bianca stopped on the night that they were murdered, which is kind of a huge fail.
Yeah, because if you're playing forever, you know, and these guys had some money, and that's the other thing that's going to be brought into question, I'm sure, is how productions really work. Because if you're the producer, then it's your production company. If it's your production company, let me tell you something. You're getting 90% of the bread. The other people, you're trying to keep about 90%. If you're giving up more than about 10% of your budget, you're not going to make it. It sounds crazy, sounds like a lot, but if you're not recouping 90%, you're fucking hurting. So that being said, these guys didn't spend a lot of money. They certainly worked that graphic a bit. I know you noticed that too, right?
Yeah, you might notice that they kept on showing this spinning vinyl record with Charlie's face on it. Man, they got their money's worth on that B-roll. Huh?
Well, then they just kept dropping other people's face on it. And, hey, man, it's cool, whatever. And then I think it's kind of funny that what people get hung up on. And it shows who they are and where they are in terms of production. Like, you know, Michael Channel's trying to shit on them for using micro cassettes. Because clearly it's a visual device. And even he knows that because he says it himself. And then somehow he shits on it anyway. But there's a lot of bitterness in that. We're not coming from that place. It's just nice to have a good production. It's nice to have something be from an intelligent place of goodwill. There's just a lot of exploitive edges on this thing and others that we're going to get into later in the week.
But for the most part, it was well produced.
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
Certainly.
I don't know that it was necessarily made for the Manson community, right? This is for the casual subscriber to Peacock that they're trying to get to watch this. They're going for the masses. So,
and it was a slightly different narrative, so, you know, mixed bag. Definitely printed plenty to talk about. And then, good Lord, oh my goodness, what a great pseudonym.
A.S. Cassidy.
We're going to get to the bottom of this one, hopefully, real soon, because if you haven't picked it up, check it out. Interesting fictional read. Obviously a great expert. And I'm not saying that in any tongue-in-cheek way. This person has a great forward and backward knowledge and casual speaking nature on the case. It's a very clever way to tell the story. We'll get into that as well later in the week. But hey, again, we're just going through some production notes, hanging out. Been saying our prayers here for Nick Marino, our dear friend and producer's son. And we're just so glad he's safe and that it looks like his health isn't going to be affected. But a very shocking accident last night in Emeryville, California. Just incredible. The cops were involved and traffic signals were taken out and multiple vehicles destroyed. Just incredible. California, wild fucking lawless behavior. So We will be tuning in, Twilighters. Thank you so much. But in the meantime, for goodness sake, dude, single digit purchase. When can you buy something for $7 delivered?